Mike could tell you a really, really fascinating history story about Genghis Khan, just like diverting his entire army to like wipe a mini civilization off the face of the earth and like deleted from human history.
Yeah.
Really fascinating story. I couldn't tell you because I have the retention of goldfish, but
Yeah, especially when it comes to history.
yeah, brother. I really struggle with names. Names are like super hard. Anytime I read anything, I'll be like, this a study done by this man.
Yeah.
They'll reference him like 2 pages later. I'm like, who's that guy?
Who's that guy? Well,
That name looks familiar. Why?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I struggle with names, even in movies, too. Like, I know faces. And like, I've seen this person before, but when it comes to like, oh, who's their name? No
Have
clue.
you ever had a Kindle?
Like a spark, a flame?
Like a Kindle e-reader?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my favorite thing with them was they had the X-ray setting where you could just like highlight someone's name and it would tell you a little bit about the character and like where they show up and would link you back to where they were first introduced. So that was really helpful because
That is very cool.
Yeah. No, but I agree. I need a name, and it's always worse when like I have friends or like a girlfriend. And they tell me something about like one of their friends or their family. It's like, yo, I need a picture.
Yeah.
If I have a picture, it's like in my head, right? But without it, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I've met some people who they save people's like contact by taking pictures of them.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a good idea.
So I know who's calling.
Yeah, I used to have them do like give me your number, and then I would tell them to choose an emoji.
Yeah.
Like that suits their personality. So they would just choose a random one, and then that helps.
Yeah. I guess it's hard because I wonder like what's the range for white people name, like Ben, Smith,
Sarah's
and Chloe,
Tamara's and Chloe's and there's a lot of the same people, but
Sally.
Yeah, I feel like
Celine.
It's a lot easier to remember someone with like a unique name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I also always try to date people that have weird names.
Weird names?
It's a thing for me.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
You're like Elon Musk, because like he names his kid.
No, I wouldn't want to name my kid something fucking stupid. But it's like if I meet someone, I'm like, oh, they're cute. They seem friendly, and then they introduce themselves to me, and they have a unique name, like immediately at the top of the consideration list.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
Yeah,
right.
It helps. And I also have a thing for Olivia's.
Olivia's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a few names that I'm like, never, no chance.
Would you date an Olivia?
Oh, absolutely. I really want to. Yeah.
That's so close to your name. Would that not bother?
And I used to get called Olivia in elementary school. I don't know. Maybe it relates to that. Yeah. But I don't know. I like the name Oliver, and so I also like the name Olivia. I think it's just like a nice name, and it's also got that connection. So
that's cool. You ever like throw on a dress? Go out.
No. Not on the podcast, bro. No chance.
Yeah, that's when we start a Patreon for the podcast.
GoFundMe.
Go fund my dreams.
Would you date a Sparkle?
Sparkle? No.
No.
I think I'm getting over the Sparkle phase.
Yeah. You don't like Sparkle anymore?
I don't mind it. I don't like it either. Yeah, it's like I'm like.
No. How about Splash?
Splash. Splash is cool.
Splash is cool.
Yeah, I like Splash.
Yeah,
like fun.
Splash is good. I haven't thought of you as Splash in a while. I haven't used your name as Splash in a while. Yeah, Splash is a good name.
Yeah,
Splash is a solid name.
Yeah. It's got everything in it.
Yeah, 2 S's.
Yeah, dude.
An H. An
A. An R. Yeah, you gotta roll that R. Sparsh. I used to have like kids in my family, like my younger cousins, and they would really botch up my name. They would call me like Spotch.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and so I've never had to do anything from my side to create a nickname. Yeah, I've just been designated nickname.
But I have seen you repeat your name like 6 times when trying to tell a white person.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
What?
It's
Sposh?
mind-boggling. Yeah, Sposh.
Sparsh.
Yeah.
Sposh? Sparsh.
It's even funny because I started with my first name when I started uni, and then I was like, oh, Sparsh is a really hard name. I understand that. I'm going to give you the benefit of that. You know, you've lived your whole life on this part of the world. This new guy comes in, hard name, sure. Then I would be like, you can use my last name. It's Arya.
Arya, yeah.
Right?
Everyone knows that. Yeah.
Funny thing, no, they don't, and they always they always go, Arya. I'm like, no, Arya. And they're like, Arya. I'm like, no. And then I'm like, Game of Thrones, and they're like, oh, Arya. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's really
Are you ever there, like on the 3rd round, and it's like, I know I haven't said it differently.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm saying Sparsh. Yeah. I don't know, but I have a problem with my saying my name. A lot of people think I say Albert or Alvin. So when I introduce myself, I get Albert all the time.
Are you not Oliver?
And they think I say Albert. I'm Oliver. That's how I say. I'll say I'm Oliver.
Oliver.
Right? But
they
it gets
Albert.
They hear Albert. They pick up Albert or Alvin. I also always forget to say my name when I introduce myself to someone. I'll say, "What's your name, man?" They'll say, "John. Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you.
And yours? Oh yeah, I forgot that part.
Yeah.
I think that comes from the job, though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But also, if the other person kind of asks your name, it's like, they do care about this conversation.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, no, by the 3rd round, I'm just like, dude, call me Tom.
Yeah, call me whatever you want, man.
Call me whatever you want. I'll be here. It just happened a lot when I used to play intramurals at UBC. And you'd be playing, and it's just like a bunch of teammates I don't know from before, and we just met, and it'd be like, I don't know, like, dude, just call me Tom, and I'll pass it to you.
You'll know that.
Yeah. It'll be a secret word.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Tom's a good one. Whenever I I'll get that to that point every now and then when like I get mixed responses. People are like, call me whatever you want. Forget I said anything.
Yeah. You ever think of baby names?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
That's
I had a couple. I was settled on one for a good 5 years until like last year. I was settled on Carlisle.
Carlisle? Oh, that's a cool name.
It came from Twilight.
See, you just tell them it's Carlisle. Whoa.
Yeah.
Until one day they realize, fuck.
Yeah. And I don't know. I liked the name, but then one day I was just like, Carlisle? It's a horrible name for a child. I decided it was like something about it was like too preppy. It was like a little too.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I like it. Carlisle is pretty fun. Yeah. I often end up watching like these videos of like people doing like weird things to find out their baby names. And it's like really interesting. I saw this mother or going to be mother, and she was at a baseball game watching the announcer announce all the player names and be like, not a good name. Good name.
Yeah,
like,
really.
wow, that's pretty cool.
I'll definitely get some baby names.
ChatGPT.
Just give them just name them Chung.
Chung.
But also like girls would be. I've always liked Amber and Ember, but both of those are stripper names.
Yeah, and made out of wood.
It would say come from wood. Yeah. I like those names though.
Yeah.
I really like those names. What about Saphira?
Saphira
is a pretty name. That comes from Aragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen Saphira with like an X. That's too much. That's extra.
That's
a little.
Saphira is already like too many syllables.
Yeah. It's 3.
Yeah, that's
so
way too many. I think it should be like I like 1 syllable names.
Yeah, no, fuck. It's gotta have 2.
Ben.
Call me Tom. Tom, Ben, Scott, Adams too. Yeah. What about you? What's you come from a different part of the world? So what have been the names that you've always considered?
What have I considered? I've always considered more of an like a weird Icelandic name.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think
Olafsson or
yeah, like Olsen, but it's spelled with like AU, like something crazy, right? Something maybe they get bullied for a little and still like, yeah, you're weird. Name's weird. Yeah, because I think I'm really happy with the last name, Arya. That's
great.
That's
name.
pretty cool.
Great,
right,
love
4
that.
letters,
Love that.
easy. Making signatures super easy for me. It's like, hey.
Yeah. And Arya is the best character by far. So
And is my favorite character too, so can't go wrong there. So it's always like, okay, what would go good with Arya? And I think names like, I would say most Western names, I don't see them matching really well. Like
you could name him Arya.
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 That's fucked. That's just torture for every teacher they're gonna have.
Arya. Yeah. Or like a Viking name would be cool too. Like yeah. Strong.
But you said something in there I think is really important to consider is like how can this name be used to make fun of them? Mm-hmm. Right? And like I got Olivia, right?
Yeah.
And so that was but I also got Fug Liver. Predominantly from my brother. I got Fag Liver.
Fag Liver.
Yeah, but Olivia was really all I got. And yeah. So I don't know. I think like when it comes to definitely if I am ever considering a name, I'll think what are a couple of ways this could be used against them?
Yeah.
And there's a lot I've discounted because of that.
Yeah. That's why I always get like so impressed by people who are like able to remember names and like just especially I've never been like a history student. My mom is. She used to teach history at some point.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then she had to like stop because me and my brother were on our way to destroy her dreams
And her.
Yeah, pretty much. And but actually no, we were C-sections. Yeah. No, we were C-section cesareans.
Yeah.
Same, right?
Yeah. Cesarean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we were the cool kids, as they say.
You just couldn't come out the normal way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's your fault or your mom's.
No, it's the healthier way. It preserves the goods.
Yeah. However you want to sell it.
Exactly. But
they don't call it an A section.
Ooh. Hey, some kids are born that way. Right out the butthole.
Did not see that coming.
But she used to be really into history, and we used to, even now, like every time I would go home, me and mom would like watch like a war movie or like a World War movie because that was like her favorite era. So naturally, because I love movies, I would like sit and watch movies with her, and then I also got into World War history. Recently, I've been trying to read about America.
America, how's that going?
Very interesting. There's a really awesome like YouTube video of this like guy who does like this animation and talks about like I've only reached till they've just freed up Boston from the British, and yeah, I reached that part, and it's really cool to see like, oh, the British were annoying Americans too, and then there was obviously like is it the Civil War?
No, the Civil War was for slavery.
Slavery, okay.
The Revolutionary War, I believe, was the war against Britain.
Okay. Yeah, so how that's coming into place now?
Yeah, well, fuck. There was in the quote, the one moment when they're like, they take an excerpt from the Declaration of Independence, and it was essentially, you know, if those who have the ability to fight back have the obligation to fight back. And it's like, bro, watching a movie like this with what's going on right now, I actively chose not to make a note of that when I was watching the movie because like I just don't want to fucking get into it. Nor do I feel like I would do it the full justice it deserves. But fuck. When was the last time you saw Civil War?
Civil War? Oh, the recent one, right?
Yeah,
the one with the photography. Probably last year.
How many times have you seen it?
1.5 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, rewatching that movie again. Did it hit you differently the second time?
No, I didn't like it the first time, and then I was watching it the second time, and I didn't like it, so I just stopped midway.
Really? Wow, fascinating, interesting. That's because you're secretly a Trump supporter.
Yeah. Hey.
Bro, watching that movie for the second time really, really affected me in like a different way. Like the first time, I think when it came out, it was like a year before Trump's second presidency, and then I watched it again like. I think right after he got elected, it was like a month or two in. It was maybe like March, April, and I watched it again. I was like, fuck. And I really want to watch it a third time because I think watching it a third time now, it's like would hit even differently. And that's just such a shame. It shows you how much has fucking changed over the last
how things are just like crumbled in a year.
Jesus Christ, man. It's so fucked up. So fucked up. And I'm reading... Did you hear about the lawsuit they're going to be bringing against the social media companies?
No.
So it's this collection of like different schools and individual institutions, and it's kind of like a class action lawsuit. They're taking the approach of like personal injury cases against kids and saying that the social media companies actively designed something to be addictive and harmful for children.
Yeah.
And that's led to obviously the impacts on children, but it's ended up leading to a bunch of like cost on the school systems to deal and provide with like mental health care professionals and social services and things of that nature. And they're taking a really different approach to it because normally when they've been sued in the past, they just use Section 230. And which is like freedom of speech type of thing, and they cannot social media companies or even like websites for that matter cannot be held accountable for the material that is shared on those sites, and that's what the Section 230 is. And this is a really different approach, and it's fucking I was really intrigued to hear about it because I'm reading The Anxious Generation right now, and they're showing all of these, like he's trying to make the correlational, he's trying to make a case that there's a correlation between like social media and like rising rates of depression and anxiety in teens. And like seeing some of the studies they're referencing and talking about, it's like really interesting. I'm curious if he's going to be involved in that lawsuit at all. And so, yeah, in terms of like seeing how much has changed from like a societal perspective just over the last 10 years in terms of like kids and how we interact with each other, and then seeing that same political shift kind of happen at the same time and then exacerbated by the last couple of years, man, it's fucked.
Yeah. Dude, that's insane because social media companies have always just been like pretty manipulative since the beginning. Like even right now, the main conflict that happens in America is like online. You know, everybody's like getting online and just like, I can just sit here and attack this person who I've never met, who I don't know, and I'm just gonna go crazy. And yeah, definitely, it's like pulling humans apart, and especially kids who are growing up in this environment are not gonna be in a good place, obviously. Right? Because there's no restriction on any of the things that these companies do. And especially for like TikTok, they don't have age restrictions. They say, we limit content, but it's still like, then you're controlling content that this kid is going to be seeing.
Well, they're using like Australia as a case study right now because Australia just banned...
Until 16.
Until 16, yeah. And so
that's
going to
great,
be
man.
really interesting. Yeah.
I think a lot more. Well, I don't know. I haven't read anything about how it turned out, but I know last year a few provinces in Canada were talking about no phones in schools.
Yeah. So go on.
Yeah, so I'm curious because that should be a good thing, and I'm guessing like the outcome coming from that would be positive.
Yeah.
And I think more countries need to like step in and be like, hey, this is because eventually that's all our medium of communication is going to end up as. So being like, oh yeah, let's just get on the meta quest.
Yeah, it's going to become a majority of it, and it's fundamentally changing like the way that kids learn to interact with society and learn to interact with each other. But on the no phones, Kathy Hochul in New York, the governor of New York, passed I believe she passed a bill for no phones in schools, and so they've been operating with no phones in schools for the last year or so. And so whenever I go to New York, occasionally I'll run into a teacher. When I was there recently with Selene, we were riding back from back along a ferry, and we ended up chatting with a woman who's a teacher, and she's kind of been there to see this transition. She's like, it's fucking amazing.
Oh, nice.
And preliminary studies, I was listening to some commentary on it the other day, is like, I've yet to hear a school say that it's a bad thing. Like, we're hearing a lot of positives, and we're not really hearing any negatives. Now, obviously, it's very early in the study, but yeah, it's something I'm really passionate about. I'm curious to see what happens with it, because it makes sense.
It makes sense. One of the reasons I was reading about this, nightclubs are shutting down across Europe. Nightclubs.
Oh, okay.
Right. Is the presence of smartphones all the time. So it's like,
really?
there are a lot of people are always just like, oh, I'm on. Anybody can just take out and record a camera. So everybody's a little bit more conservative when they're outside, and so, yeah, man, I think, but it's one thing they also need to solve is if they're getting people to be like, hey, don't be on your phone. They gotta give them something they can do, right? Because it's pretty hard to imagine that everybody has been like kind of just doom scrolling every day for the past 5 years, right? It's hard to just be like, okay, no, I'm just not gonna do it. So it's like, and even I was watching this interview. So Ben Affleck and what's his name?
A lot of
Matt
people
Damon.
in the world. Okay.
Matt Damon. They just did a movie again together.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
The Rip.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it so far. Looks good, but they mentioned one of these things during the interview that when they're writing the script and the story for the movie, they have to like repeat the plot multiple times.
Really, throughout the course of the movie, just because people are losing.
Yeah,
wow.
And so it's like kind of Netflix gets the script made that way. So then, because they know that people are on their phone while watching a movie, so you want to make sure we got to really dumb it down. And it's very interesting that that's pretty much science, and it's really cool that you have to, and it makes sense. And then since they've said it, I've just been so much more focused into looking for that. I'm like, man, they're doing it again.
Yeah, it's like paying attention to a laugh track.
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit of that over the just as a line of commentary that's been coming out from like producers and actors over the last couple of years, and it's like, it's such a shame, man. It's a shame. But I think that I was thinking about like AI the other day, and I was Mike and I have had a lot of conversations about like what are the potential harms of it, and like one of them being the way that it could potentially like fundamentally change individuals' ability to like critically think.
Yeah.
And then I was watching a TED Talk the other day where it's like this dude out of Cambridge, he's developing a learning platform that uses AI as a tool that helps you think critically. And I think that, for one, I think that we recognize as technology has become such a large part of our lives, and because for the last 20 years or so, most of us were kind of just introduced to it, and there's just been this giant case study of society and the world. But we've got 20 years in now, and I think we can all generally collectively recognize there are obvious harms. And I think most people independently don't like that. One of the issues is like the collective action problem, and I think a lot of people would agree. Well, if like fucking no one used it, and I didn't, and not using it didn't take me out of like the cultural zeitgeist, and didn't isolate me, then that'd be fucking awesome, because I don't really want to use it, but I have this obligation to kind of be connected so I can be connected. But I think also when it comes to things like, you know, AI or different technologies, there's definitely going to be a subset of the population who's either not aware enough, doesn't have good enough defenses, or just doesn't like care. But there's also, I think, a large majority of the population is going to look for technologies that like make them better and don't just supplant them skills. Don't just like make them overly reliant on them. So I'm hopeful, but it's going to take, I think it's going to be a while until like those technologies, like the production of a technology to be solely helpful and not just like designed around engagement for harm's sake, is going to be the norm. But I'm also generally optimistic person, so
yeah, that's a good thing. Being optimistic is never bad. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get like a really good AI that really helps society, you know, overall, that like everybody's becoming like a better learner, or do we find out how the pyramids were built?
Well, that's
I wonder what comes first. I'm really curious.
I think we know kind of how the pyramids were built. I don't personally.
Yeah, me neither.
But I've come across a line of like commentary over the last couple of years where it's like, no, that we kind of figured that out. But I don't know, man. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I like to think so.
Yeah,
I like to think so. But there's also so many different ways it could go bad. And
but it's gonna be like interesting journey. I'm excited to see how, as humans, because we adapt, how we adapt.
Poorly.
Hey, that's still adaptation.
Can't argue with that. I think there's going to be a bit of a pendulum. I think, yeah. And we might lose a generation or two.
Whoa. And then robots.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Dude, then it would be like, dude, we should like start burying random shit in random places as treasure.
It's like artifacts.
Artifacts.
And build kind of like build something that makes it like kind of misinterpret the value of it, like build a little shrine around a marble.
Exactly.
And call it, you know, say
like
it had
time
magical
capsule
powers or something. Right.
This is a hardcover book.
Well, speaking of treasure. If we found that treasure here in this country, do you know what it would be called?
Treasure here?
Yeah.
What?
National treasure.
Dude.
Yeah.
I walked right into that.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't catch that.
I did not.
Yeah. So we did National Treasure this week.
Yes, we did.
Can I just say,
you may.
I'm really happy that we did National Treasure this week.
This is a fantastic movie to start the year on.
Oh, right. It is a fantastic movie to start the year on.
This is literally everything I wanted. Like a Nicolas Cage movie.
Classic.
For some reason, I think he's one of the, not the most, but definitely like one of the really good actors that often go underrated, because he's not always part of like, oh, these are like critical or like mind, like a thinking movie, right? He often does these roles in these like Con Air or Balthazar is his name.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, classic.
Right. And he acts so well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool.
Does he?
Yeah. Dude, his acting is amazing. Because if you imagine, right? Imagine you walk into a room and then you are in front of a camera and you have to behave like that.
That's a good point.
Right.
I think that way sometimes. That's like the thing that always deterred me from being an actor.
Yeah.
Primarily like having to dance or sing on screen in like a room full of people. That's like, whoa.
Right, and because when we see it, it's like, oh, there's so much music and all going around, but out there it's just like
just in a room, yeah. Yeah. So I'm interested in that question. Is he a good actor? I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I don't think the majority of the online community likes Nicolas Cage.
Well, they're obviously wrong.
I agree. I think he can play anyone, and he's always believable in that role. But because he's been in a lot of not great movies, that haven't had great scripts or great writing, and it's not necessarily his fault, it wasn't good. He's also just been in so many things that it's like also hard to not see Nick Cage when you're watching Nick Cage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Right? So it's hard to kind of get that full immersion, but if it's a good Nick Cage movie,
Dude.
I just love every second of it.
Yeah, he's very charismatic.
Yeah.
Right? His voice is very different from what I've ever heard, right? The way he talks. He's got great hair somehow.
Man, it's a little.
But it fits him. But it fits him. Like he looks good.
I won't give him the great hair. I'm not gonna.
Fair.
It plays a role in his like crazy and distressed moments.
Yeah. Like his hair is fitting to who he is.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Also, I didn't know. Did you ever watch the Charlie Sheen documentary that came out? I don't know, like...
Was it called Winning? It really should have been.
Something like that. There was a lot of talk about winning, but...
I haven't seen it.
In that, he talked about like how when he was in Hollywood, he was doing drugs, blah, blah, blah. And, dude, he was partying with...
Nick Cage?
Yeah, Nick Cage. Yeah. And they were all
well, he's kind of got that, thing.
Yeah.
I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard one of the reasons he takes so many movies is because he has like crazy amount of gambling debt.
Yeah. Dude, that's just made up stories. They say the same about, what's his name, Bruno Mars. That's why he's in Vegas still performing because he's like pays a lot of debt to all these casinos.
Maybe he does.
Dude, no way.
I don't want to go perperpetuting a rumor. So sorry, Nick Cage. I love you, Nick Cage.
Dude,
but
no way.
You should get help if you need it.
That'd be so funny if they're actually in a lot of gambling debt.
Yeah, well,
but
not that funny.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, dude, I'm not in that.
Not so much for them and their families.
Yeah, but I don't think they are. But I've seen this trend online a lot where like they pick up a celebrity and they're like, oh, this celebrity's done. They're depressed and they're in like a gambling debt. And
the best is the ones where they like do a fake death.
Oh,
like, this person died.
Yeah,
and that person just wakes up in the morning and they're like, I'm dead.
I'm dead. Is this happening to me?
Yeah. But you know what? When I love Nick Cage because like whenever I see Nick Cage, like it just brings me a little bit of joy. And there's always a moment when I'm like watching a Nick Cage movie where I'm like, nice, I'm watching a Nick Cage movie. And this one hit when it opens and they're after the introduction, which by the way, great introduction, great for exposition, but they're riding around the snowmobile or whatever that thing was, snow tractor, and he stands up and gets up and takes off his sunglasses. I'm like, that's Nick Cage.
That's Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
This is what it came for.
Great. I'm here again.
First thing I see is this.
Yeah. How many times have you seen this?
More than 15 times.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You think?
It used to come
Classic.
when I was a kid. It used to come in India. There used to be a channel called Star Movies.
Okay.
And it used to come almost every other weekend.
Huh.
Or it would show up in the week on a different channel, but the first part and the second part. And dude, every time it showed up, it would be a movie I would watch because I loved because see when you're in India, right? You're like, holy shit, abroad is like super cool. And then you watch like a movie and it's like you're like, oh, I want to go to America or I want to go to Canada, and then you watch a movie and it's like, holy shit, this is America. And then you have like oh dude, because they do such a good job of connecting like history of America to like into the plot of the movie. And dude, I 100% believe there are secret societies, and that has always been like I've definitely, dude, of course.
I mean, probably. I just can't. Like the Illuminati.
Not necessarily with that name, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's just like 4 old grandpas drinking children blood. But there are like secret societies. Maybe they do like a book club every Sunday, right? But
yeah, probably. I mean, like the KKK exists.
Yeah, right? True. Because they had like America's had like so many like tunnel systems and all built. I think in New York also. I've only seen it in movies, so that's kind of have built my world map.
Have you really? Well, they have that in Seattle a lot.
Seattle. Where were we? Vegas has a whole city underneath.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, there's like a whole city, and in Seattle also they lifted the city.
Yeah, well, it got it burnt down, and they used to get a lot of flooding. So when it was originally like founded, they hadn't taken that into consideration. It was really bad because it kept like flooding the sewage system, and then it was really like, so the city burnt down, and then they built everything a level up. Yeah. And so during times of like prohibition, those environments were used for like gambling rings and running your alcohol. So like having those tunnel systems were like really big thing for illegal activities. So yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, dude, it probably is so hard to do like cool illegal things anymore, like underground poker or anything.
Those exist, but yet like doing something illegal would be fucking hard.
Yeah,
like with the fucking
surveillance, everything. Man. Google knows where you are
at all times. Right? Yeah. No, it'd be... Well, you remember when fucking Luigi Mangione killed the CEO of United Healthcare?
Yeah.
It was like... That like man, and then they found him, right? And oddly enough, it was from
McDonald's.
They got a tip, right? Someone tipped him in, but also that's because that's a different type of technology, which is the news and our access to information. But just watching that manhunt go down and seeing how they were tracking the surveillance, and then they did the same thing for the Charlie Kirk shooter. Yeah,
I've seen Amber Alerts that we've got in here, and then it's be like, oh, they found the kid on the highway.
Yeah,
and it's be like, whoa, dude, that's actually, I mean, it's really good that, I mean, it's safe because we're getting like such a quick response. And I always imagine like how in a movie like this, use of technology, because now like how heist movies kind of died out because then now we have technology that robbing a bank is hard, so all they can do is like have like a guy behind a computer and do all the plot. I would be curious of like how technology comes in here and be like, okay, does it help you solve clues, locate things?
Well, that was those early 2000s movies were like really cool because it was it kind of took the elements of like these spy gadgets but put them in the hands of civilians, right? And so like seeing Riley as the guy in the van with the computer was like, dude, oh, fucking love it, right?
That's a fair, man. Like if you're hanging out with somebody who's like pretty much know it all and he actually knows it all, you're like, oh dude, you know everything.
It's nice to have those people around.
You
can learn things sometimes depending on how they behave about it.
It's like it's okay to have that knowledge. It's how you share the knowledge. Because
like,
the part.
Do the people around you want that knowledge to be shared right now? Like that's an important thing.
Like not at breakfast.
Exactly, right. That is the perfect. It's like, dude, like it's like, yo, exactly. Have I ever told you about the massacre and the fucking? Like, dude. Oh, but if we're gonna talk about stuff that happens, we can talk about the start of the film.
Les Charlotte.
I loved the exposition. 5 minutes long, lovely, endearing scene between a child and his grandfather and his dick of a father.
Yeah.
And it does everything it needs to set the stage, teach you the history, wrap you in the story, and then you're in it. You know, they cut right to the Arctic, and boom, you're there. So well done to the exposition. But I also noticed, like, 10 minutes into the movie, there's just music constantly throughout the film.
Yeah.
It never breaks.
Yeah, which I really like because...
Do you?
Yeah, because I was talking to Sahil about this, that movies need to have their individual music, not like a specific, like a soundtrack, or like have like Eminem come write you a song, but have like a tone that plays in the background all the time. Like Star Wars had his da 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 da, right? And
Harry Potter.
It kind of like
Jurassic Park.
Harry Potter, perfect example. I was watching Dune has its own thing, and I think it's, for me, I imagine it's capturing another sensory of yours. Like, I guess, like, I know it's like in the years, but it's like, oh, now every time this tune is played, I have that emotion again. And for a movie like this, it really helps just make the story move fast.
Yeah, and I agree. Do you know if they have the same, like, theme for tone in the second movie?
Yeah.
The same one? Yeah.
So it's like...
Is it the same as the first, or is it its own, but for the second?
It is the same. So
it
is like the National Treasure music, basically.
Yeah, I gotta watch the second one again. Yeah. Depending on when I get home tonight, I might do that.
Yeah. I've been meaning to watch the second one since I've just recently saw this. So I was like, dude, I gotta go back. I have to. Yeah. I was really hoping, and I think they're talking about, like, Disney's working on getting a third one out there.
Yeah, well, I looked into it, and but apparently it's been held up and delayed. It's one of those movies.
I mean,
but I'm confident it'll come out. But then, you know what I fucking hate? Can I just make an aside? I want to come back to that pacing you think, but I fucking hate. I loved it for about 18 minutes when I first saw it, but user-made trailers of a sequel that doesn't and never will exist.
Yeah.
Right? And I saw a fucking AI made one for National Treasure the other day. I look up National Treasure 3 and it's like, I see a trailer. It's like just released. I'm like so excited, right? And then I watch the trailer. It's total fucking bullshit. It's AI fucking slop. And I go and I have to do some digging, and it's like the movie's still in production, nothing confirmed yet, no trailer released. And I'm just so fucking disappointed because I get really excited. I click on a trailer. It's horribly made, and it's using only scenes from the previous films, and then I find out the movie's not coming out, and I'm immediately disappointed. So fuck that entire little subsect of the goddamn internet. I hate it. Pisses me off. I'm done.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. It's getting out of hand, to say the least. YouTube, I think you should do something. Because they do it with every Marvel movie, like with Doomsday and Avengers. They're like, oh yeah, the new Avengers, and this is the new trailer they've released. So when they released the Black Panther and what's his name, the fish dude,
Aquaman.
No, fish dude in Black Panther, like the second part, he's the guy who's.
I don't think I saw the second Black Panther. There's a fish dude.
Yeah, and he's like pretty.
He's
like,
going up against a panther. That's not a very.
these fishes like are crazy.
Poor choice of.
Hey, but he can also live outside water. See, he's like amphibian is the word.
Yeah.
Amphibian, right? Yes, he's a toad. But he's a fish toad.
And he's the villain?
Technically, yes.
Wow,
yes.
That's weak sauce, man.
And in the comics, he I don't know why I don't remember his name, but he dates Sue Storm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, which is dude,
I thought she was supposed to smell like fish.
Yeah, no, but it's
Sorry.
but it's this guy whose name I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the other guys, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
What is that? That's crazy.
Dude.
So you've seen the other guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
Guys, support us so we don't have to do this during war.
That's outrageous, man. Well, that scene where he's talking about where Mark Wahlberg's like, if I was a tuna, I would fucking eat you.
Yeah.
And he's like a lion. It's
Yeah.
like, that was anyway. How do we get on? Oh, so we were talking about fucking user-made trailers. But here's the thing. I will say one thing for fan-made trailers. First of all, generally going to be made, I think, by someone who's like a fan of the series or the franchise. So I respect that. They took the time. They put it together. You could have done a better job most of the time. But okay, some of them aren't horrible. But if the purpose of it even, or if the outcome of it is... it gets a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. And then that leads to a sequel getting made. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Oh, 100%.
Because if I'm ever watching one of those trailers, it's for a movie I really want to see a sequel for.
Just market it. Like, I think for legality, they probably find the smallest place to let you know. Like if you click the comments,
but this is
their first comment, and it's on the last bottom line. It's like, by the way, this is AI, and this is like user generated.
Oh, you can tell 4 seconds into the goddamn thing.
Yeah,
because they're using.
You clickbaited me, and I'm rage baited.
You clickbaited me, and now I'm mad. Yeah, exactly.
I'm blue balled by a video.
Fan creation. Yeah. But.
You promised me dopamine.
Yeah, now I'm just fucking here angry.
Yeah. You know what happens to people who don't deliver the drugs they promised?
But how many movies and series and shows out there have been canceled because like they didn't get the viewership through the medium that they were like being produced? Like for example, I just finished. Have you seen Gen V yet?
Yeah.
You watched the second season? I got to the end of the second season of Gen V. I didn't go and watch the second season because I don't really want to go and rewatch the first one again. I really enjoyed it, but I don't remember what happened exactly. And I was in this weird state. But then one day, when I had my wisdom tooth out, I had time to kill. So I rewatched the first one, was totally back in it, watched the second one, and fucking in love with it by the end.
Yeah.
And...
You like
it
the
might
second
not
one?
get renewed. I
hated the second one.
I loved the second one.
No, it was so the writer also like he like everybody knew how the story was gonna end like before the finale was aired out. They did shut off season 3 because it didn't get enough viewership. Mm-hmm. But no, dude, I think they fumbled the bag with the second one. Especially because I found the first season being, like, really, really good. Mm-hmm. But when, like, they do dumb shit, like, you know, when they're, she's finally gonna go and confront him in his training area, right? And everybody comes and stops and talk to them. Dude, that is just bad. Like, that's bad filming. That
stops and talks to them?
Yeah, right? It's... Who's the main lady who controls blood?
V.
V is the compound. Is her name also V?
B? Beatrice V? It's V. It's Veronica, no? V.
I don't think it's V. It's something. Okay, but... Okay.
We all know who we're talking about.
Yeah. Black lady controls blood. Yeah, right.
There's only one of those.
No, there's two. They find her sister.
There's only one black one.
They find her sister is also black.
Yeah, but she doesn't control blood.
Yeah, she sees the future.
Yeah.
But so she controls the blood and she's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to like, you know, confront him because he's here for me and my powers. Yeah. And then everybody comes from different directions and then they're like,
I hated
don't
that
go.
Scene.
And then and then the sister is like, you can't go. If you go, then I can't be. Dude.
And then she's just, dude. You know, yeah.
Oh, and then she
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I was really disappointed because I was hyped. I'm a big fan of that universe. Until now, they've been super great. When I saw the first season...
Superhero.
Huh?
You said sorry. You said they've been super great. I said superhero.
They've been superhero. Well, they kind of suck at being heroes.
Yeah,
They're struggling, but they're getting there.
Some of them.
But yeah, I saw the first one and I didn't like it as much as I liked The Boys. But then when the second season came out, I loved the first one a lot more. Because the first one had like a great story. It had like nice, what do you call it? Everybody's character was being built a little bit more, and they were like revealing more information. But this one was just like, yeah, just not for me, I would say.
So I hear that. I do. I think like the quality and like the time and the care that was in the second one was definitely lesser than the first, and so I see that the first like 3 episodes or so I was really displeased with it. I thought it was just buns, but that was because the black guy died and they had to write him out of the story. He dies in real life, which is a shame, because rewatching him in the first season, I had seen him in another show, Sabrina. Did you ever watch Sabrina, the teenage witch, when it came out on Netflix?
No.
They rebooted it. It was a classic like Nick at Night thing or something. And I really liked him as an actor. I thought he had a lot of talent. And then he died in real life. He got in a motorcycle accident. And so they had to write him out. So everything was a little disjointed in the first few episodes. But here's the thing. I have 2 things. So just before watching season 2, I had watched Midnight Mass. Have you seen that?
No.
So it's by the same director who does Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
And it was fine. I'll save my commentary on that for another time. But the guy who plays the pastor in that is the same guy who plays Cypher in the second season. So I had just finished watching him, and he had done a really good job. I had also just finished watching, have you seen Margin Call?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's in that as well. And so I had just absorbed a lot of this guy by happenstance. And then I saw him as Cypher, and I loved him as Cypher. And so that really drew me into it. And then also, like, the second season of a show is, especially a show like this, is always a really nice time for me, because like the exposition's out of the way and now they can build on the world that they've built.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's superpowers. So I get to see more shit, more confrontation going on, and I don't have to spend so much time just like sitting there learning the story. And so for those reasons, I enjoyed the second season by the end of it. I definitely think it had mistakes and had flaws, but yeah, I liked it. And I want a third now. I really want a third.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's probably not going to happen, because now they've met and now the whole other story is going to finish.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. 10 years later, they'll be like, "Oh, let's make
reboot."
Yeah,
reboot. Sure.
Reboot.
Why not? They always do that shit.
Yeah.
All right. So we
National Treasure.
we gotta hit this fucking Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, dude. Again, I think Rotten Tomatoes repeated their what they do with, like, I think, good movies, like their score distribution.
Oh, really?
Do you want to guess?
I don't even know what you mean by that. So that throws me in crazy directions.
Yeah, like like the fun movies, how they usually distribute it.
Okay.
So they've done that.
Okay, so it's gonna have a shite critic and a good audience, is what you're saying. So it's gonna be like a 56, 78. Yeah.
Pretty much. It's pretty much that. I think it's like 47 critics and then 76 audience.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh God,
and
that's horrible.
What's interesting is audience score is out of, like, I think like 100,000 reviews.
Oh yeah.
And critics, I think, only 166.
Wow.
Reviews. I don't even know. I'm curious. I think I'm gonna read into, like, what do you need to do to qualify as a critic on Rotten Tomatoes? Because you gotta have a really sad life.
Well, I've considered it, but there you go. I don't want to get that analytical. I would love to give audience scores, and I would love to, but I don't want to have to view every movie through that lens.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
but sometimes I don't know. I feel like those critics, they need to be balanced a little bit more, because, like, fuck you if you can't find, if if less than 46% of people who critique movies can't find enjoyment in this movie, then fuck you. I also I want to know more about how the like how their criticism is weighed, and like are they just putting a 0 out of 100 score and then it's the average of those?
Yeah, I think it's out of 5.
Out of 5?
Yeah, I think it's like out of 5 that the critics score usually is. I saw a lot of 2s, and and everybody's like, oh yeah, the plot is weak, and dude, people were crying about how the plot is not factual. And I was like, dude, it's a movie about treasure.
But guys, come. They squeezed lemon juice on the Declaration of Independence, and you're complaining about it being factual. Just be there just suspend your disbelief, please. It's okay. Do they? Okay, but it doesn't have to be. I agree. If they can make this movie and make it factual, fucking awesome. Yeah. That's going to be a lot harder to do, but they're making up a story. So, but they're probably talking about the factual, like going back to the Knights Templar and shit like that. But do they make it plausible? Like, can they create this fictitious thing, put it into real world history, and then make it plausible? Yeah. And I think they do that.
They did a really good job.
Yeah.
And I think I enjoy this because what's that? Da Vinci Code is also Da Vinci Code is also on a similar lines, like puzzle and history and secrets in the national monuments, shit. Right? But this I think is my favorite one because it has such a cool adventure thing. Also, just the fact that you steal the Declaration of Independence in a movie,
and it's Nick Cage.
Dude, I read is Nick Cage,
and it has Riley
and Hot Blonde.
Great. It's so unfortunate that we've reduced her to that, but
hey, 2004. So while I was watching this movie, it actually came in my mind, and then I went online, did some reading. I didn't really find anything about it, but I think hot blondes are going extinct from the screen.
From screen, they're Well, I think like the whole of like. Media is trying to shift away from what used to be the stereotype, which is Aryan, right? And they're trying to be more diverse, purely if only for the sake of not casting an Aryan, because they're like, we're inclusive. And I hate when it's inclusive for the sake of being inclusive.
I miss the hot blonde. I saw this movie. I have a name here. Diane Kruger. Abigail Chase. She's in like Troy. She's in Inglourious Bastard, right? But just mind-blowingly gorgeous.
Incredible.
Right? Fantastic actor.
Great.
I understand that.
Did well with the accent.
Did great with the accent, right? Plays the role of like, oh, I'm this lady who works. Manages the whole archives, right? Dude, 2004? This is way before even like the 2007 like market crash. So even then they had a movie that had like, oh, Lady Boss.
Yeah.
So it's like we gotta appreciate things that were also happening. Now I understand that we have taken a step of like, okay, we gotta get like more inclusive.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But if I'm watching a movie of America with Americans.
She was German.
Huh?
She was German. She
was
Swedish Dutch.
Yeah.
Saxony German.
I'm pretty sure she was American. She wouldn't be a head of National Archives if she was not American.
No, because remember when he first meets her, she's like Philadelphia Dutch, and she's like Saxony Germany. Saxon Germany. Saxony. Is it Saxony or Saxon? Yeah. But German.
Yeah. Even better. What I'm just saying is I like to see a little pretty blonde girl on screen.
Doesn't hurt.
Not at all. I think they've not been any pretty blonde girls on screen. I'm not saying the other ones are not pretty, but I'm especially talking about like
I just watched one the other day of. It was called Drop. The Drop, and it's like a woman on a date in a restaurant, and she gets like a message on her phone. She's like being watched, and there's a person in their house, and she has to like steal something from her Tinder date. Yeah, and she was an attractive blonde woman. Yeah. What about Kirsten Dunst or fucking because she's in Kristen Bell, Elsa.
Like the
from
princess?
Frozen, yeah. hey,
dude,
hot blonde,
dude. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. This is why they're not putting hot blonde girls in movies. You guys are ruining it. Elsa.
Gotta love Elsa.
Elsa's
I like.
Great,
I like.
I'm not
sister more.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Anna.
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta get on Frozen.
I've seen Frozen multiple times.
All right, good. Frozen 2?
Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
But I'm never fantasizing
times.
About Disney princess.
Well, neither am I particularly.
But I was fantasizing about blonde on screen.
Sure. So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we need more blondes.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the push for blondes. Well, you've seen House.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget her name, but she played Cameron, and then she dyes her hair blonde in like season 3, and I think that was kind of that cultural shift right there. Yeah.
Like
I think that was part of that.
Almost all movies, like especially all these thriller ones, where it would be like a guy, and then she's gonna like, oh, we're investigating something. Or even like cop shows would have like a blonde in the force, and like, yeah, it looks good with the badge, right? But now not so more. So I was just like, that's a very interesting thing, and the whole idea was, it is for a good thing that it is getting like, okay, America's not just blondes, right?
Yeah, they're trying to be more inclusive and more adoptive of like changing the beauty standard.
Yeah, the demographic.
But why don't they just throw like a really like hideous fat woman up as the main role?
Yeah,
well, people don't.
They do sometimes.
They have started doing that. I'm not gonna go and name names because that's horrible.
They well, and then when they do, then they
do it for men too.
Yeah. Dude, but it's
Paul Blart, brother.
Paul
Blart, Mall Cop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's the thing, right? As a guy, like, we're more than okay to, like, laugh at each other in that context, right? Women don't do that. They're better, but they'll also just do it behind the person's back.
Well, the combat for women is much more like psychological warfare, where for men it's much more like strength and the law of the jungle. And
right? Yeah. They play a different game, man. We can't handle that. Yeah. Don't talk to Ben. He hasn't returned your glove yet.
So we get into Rotten Tomatoes absolutely trashed this. I don't agree with that score, but I can understand someone maybe saying like it's not fuck them. I think it is a good movie.
And the movie was successful. It was 100 million to make, and then it made like 350.
That's successful
worldwide.
I don't think it would make that money today, if released today.
Yeah.
It was not in theaters.
No. Yeah. It would be too expensive because if you look at it, it's all practical. They blew up like 600 or 600 gallons of gas for that Charlotte explosion.
Oh, in the ship?
Yeah.
What a poor waste of history. Can we I'm sorry. Can we talk about the ship for a second?
Yeah.
If you had to put a percentage on the chance that the first part of the ship he uncovers is the name of the ship that says Charlotte, what percentage of likelihood would you give that?
He's got a metal detector. Where else are you going to find metal on a wooden ship apart from the bell?
There was a lot of it, you fuck. Oh, it just drives me nuts. It's like it that's lazy.
Yeah.
That was fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And it just didn't need to be.
But it saves time, right? Because it's like the first thing you discover is like, oh, this is the Charlotte.
Well, let them find add 30 seconds. They find a ship, they're uncovering it, and then yeah, but okay.
But then they're like, oh, okay, we have to show like another dialogue scene that people are gonna be talking. That's gonna cost like another 15, actually more, like another half an hour of shooting, of like getting cameras. So they're like, you, because what I liked about this movie, going back to the pace thing, was it gives you information and then it gives you the next information. Just like he repeats, like, oh, there's always going to be a next clue. So you see the grandparents talk, the granddad talk to the grandson, and he's like, oh yeah, Declaration of Independence, last guy survived. I was with the guy who, no, my grandfather was with the guy who was the last person alive who signed the Declaration of Independence, and he told him about a secret treasure, the biggest treasure of all treasures, right? And then he mentioned like rode on the Charlotte, right? And then it cuts with the annoying dad, and the first thing you see then is Charlotte.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know it was a ship. He didn't know. They didn't say rode on the Charlotte. It was The Secret Lies with Charlotte. And this is another thing that bothered me, because later in the film they show up at the dad's house, and he says to the dad, "I found the Charlotte." Yeah. And dad gets excited. He breaks his tension. He's like, and the treasure? It was like, I found a clue. And the dad's like, yeah, and another clue, and another clue, and another clue. I'm sorry, but The Secret Lies with Charlotte was the first and only clue y'all ever had. So what do you mean it's always another clue? It's like, no, you've only ever had one clue.
But that's for us, because they mentioned that the Gates family for generations had been trying to trace their lineage of the Great Masons.
Okay.
Right. So it was.
And so like, they're looking at other apps. Yeah, okay. Fine.
And that is what his like Nicolas Cage's identity is. That he's like, I'm like, my great grandfather had all this treasure, and I'm the person who finds treasure. And I gotta find what my family left for me.
I love the character, like such an honorable like set of core values, and just like Benjamin Franklin Gates, strong fucking name.
Even the Russian dude,
Ian.
Sean Bean.
Yeah. Oh, that was Sean Bean. Of course, it was fucking Sean Bean. Stark, duh. Okay, I totally missed that while I was watching.
Boromir.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, dude, great. So such a nice natural chemistry and opposition between them. Yeah, very well done.
But also like mutual respect for one another. Like they respected each other's intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
And the value that they brought. Yeah.
And one of my favorite things was like in that scene when they're actually stealing the Declaration of Independence. They show like, oh, Nicolas Cage is coming in and he's like using all these like cool stealth techniques to get through the crowd and get to the spot.
They're just blowing shit up,
dude. And it's like in 2004, it's just like Russians are always like loud guns, grenade, right, kill a guard, all that shit. Also, what was interesting was when they had first thought of doing the film, the security system they had that managed the National Archives was really underdeveloped and had not been developed since it was set in place. But it was, I think during like something happened. Because this movie came out 2004. Something happened, and then they had to like rechange their whole security system, and that's when America upgraded it. So the writers had to like spend time and talk to like they used a guy who worked as a cop and worked in breaking and entering. Yeah, and so he was the kind of like the script supervisor who was helping them like, okay, yeah, he's gonna come in here like this, this is the guy that should be coming.
So they actually kind of, well, see, fucking critics, that was realistic.
That
you
was
know,
really
historically
good.
accurate.
Yeah.
You fucks.
And I really fell in love with just like how physical the environment of the film is. You know, from in the end going down the wooden broken stairs, opening that wall and having like a package there. Like obviously it's far fetched that it's gonna be in a church
in like
up there.
Philadelphia with the
Right.
my whole thought the whole time is like, thank God that building didn't get destroyed. It was like, you know, they have this thing. It's like it'd be with the map on the back of the Declaration of Independence. Like that's a good way to ensure it would be preserved. It was like everything else did not have that same degree of like protection on it. Yeah. But very physical film, you're right. And then it goes on. They've got the, you know, diving off the boat.
That sounds really. Have you been? Is there like a? I'm guessing that was a Naval Air Force Museum.
So
in New York?
In New York, it's I want to say it's the Intrepid. I'm pretty sure, and it's right there on the West Side Highway. You can go. When we were in LA just a couple weeks ago, Mike went to I think it was we went to a battleship. I think was the Iowa, and then he went to an aircraft carrier. I forget the name of it, but it's essentially that. And so they're retired naval museums, and so you can go and see them. And so that's what that was.
Oh, cool. Because I was like, where in New York? I was just trying to figure like where it would be with like my little geographical knowledge.
It's on if you picture Manhattan like this, it's on the west side. On the Hudson River, and then right across from that is New Jersey. And if you think so, like this is Manhattan, and it curves around like this. Statue of Liberty is like right up here, right out here. Jersey's here, and then the
museum would be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I love like history museums and like really cool. In India, we have a lot of because we used to have a lot of forts and like kings and queens and a lot of that side of things. So they still have like their weaponry and their equipment that they use in battle and the armor they wore.
So cool.
And then my mom's side of family is like from the army. So we would often like go visit my uncle or somebody, and then there would be like a museum next to the base, and then you would see like, oh, these are the tanks they used back then, or these are the guns. It's always really cool.
Going through those army bases are awesome. Just overall, like you were saying like the physicality of the movie and like being on set, like the pacing was wonderful. I think like the music like really contributed to that. What was like kind of your and it was like, I remember there was a point like probably 30-40 minutes into the film where I'm just like, man, so much happens in this movie. Like they're fucking throwing a ton in there. Was there a favorite like kind of chapter you had while watching it? And like you've seen it so many times, so is there ever a portion where it's like, oh, I love this part of the movie?
So the first few times I've seen it, it used to be the using lemon to find invisible ink. Because we used to have this like channel called Mad Music, Art, and Dance, and this guy who would like kind of like the origin of those 6-second hacks you see online.
Sure.
And he would do these like art-based projects with kids, and one of them was like, okay, how do you like create your own invisible ink, and then you write messages and all.
Fun.
And so there was like a mention of like, oh, use lemon and something, and it helps you like show, but it needs to be like a specific ink.
Cool.
And then we used to have these pens that used to be invisible ink that come with like a UV light on the back, and we're like, dude, this is sick.
But she, as the person responsible for the preservation of that document, would not have squeezed lemon on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
I'm sorry. And uses a blow dryer.
That I actually find believable. That had one of my favorite quotes though, where he's just like, they're getting ready to do it, and he's just palming the lemon, ready to just and she stops him, and she's like, no. And he's like, but it has to be done.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite quotes.
I don't think she did really good with like confrontation. She really she put up a point, but then she really took a step back really quickly. I love that scene when he is in the gift shop. And the lady's like, "Are you stealing that?"
Trying to steal that?
Yeah, that's $35.
For this? He's just like shaking, trying to get the money out. He's like, we take Visa. Yeah, that's a great one.
That's so funny. Best chapter, I want to say when they are going, when they find the glasses. I really like that part.
Into like the chase scene or just before?
So getting the glasses till when they all go into Trinity Church and go below there.
That's at near the end.
Near the end, yeah. So from when they get the glasses and like, because the moment I did the the side levers would like change, it reminded me of like X-ray glasses.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I've have you ever read like those books that you come with those glasses and then it's like warm one color you can see one thing and then the other.
Yeah.
There's probably a word for those.
Yeah. I don't know what the word is, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they're really fun.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I love kind of right from when he's studying the riddle that he gets off the pipe, which, by the way, when he scrolls it, I couldn't read a fucking word on that thing. So, no, unbelievable. But just beautiful. He's learning the riddle, and you really get to see the like intelligence behind the character. And then he's like, "We have to steal the Declaration of Independence." You cut out the 10 minutes of the explosion and the confrontation because that's just whatever. But then they're like in Washington D.C. They're they meet Abigail for the first time. They go to the J. Edgar Hoover building, which is the FBI headquarters. And like I've been to all of those monuments and all of those places, and like DC is my favorite place in America. So seeing them do that, and then right up until the gala, there's like that nice 20-30 minutes where I always love that. Yeah. And I hate the chase scene. I hate right after the Liberty Bell. It's always like, I have to sit through this to get to the...
Yeah, get to the clue, man. Let's move this forward.
Yeah, but every other chapter of the movie, I quite enjoy.
I forgot they had the guy from Dexter as one of the background cops.
The blonde one?
No,
the black guy.
Dude. Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, and the blonde one, he's also a pretty famous actor. They both ended up turning into someone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure even like the French dude who's like apparently the head of archives, like the old FBI agent, I guess.
Oh yeah. The one who's the main detective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a big actor.
Big guy. Yeah. So. Great cast. Even the dad, he's in like Mission Impossible, done awesome movies.
Yeah, he's another really big one. So, and of course Nick Cage.
Who's that? What do you do?
What has Riley been in? Do you know?
I want to say he's the one in No, that's somebody else. Like this is movie with John Travolta. It's From Paris with Love.
Okay. I've not seen it, but
interesting movie. Definitely worth the watch. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe I have it here.
I'd be curious to see what else he was in. There were a lot of great quotes in this movie, but one that happened.
Justin Bartha.
What was he in?
I just have written down his name. I didn't write what he was in because I didn't know what he was in.
Irrelevant. So there was one quote that ended up being a quote. I don't even know if it was intentional. I feel like it had to have been. But during the chase scene in Philadelphia, Nick Cage is getting chased, and the dude chasing him yells, "Gates!" just as Nick Cage opens a gate.
Dude,
it's just I couldn't help but love that moment.
Do you think that was like planned?
I don't know. I would hope, but it was also like it just kind of fit together in such like a nonchalant way that it like makes me think it wasn't planned. It was just serendipitous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, probably. I really like the dad's dialogue. He mentions when they're at Trinity Church and he's talking to him like, you always gotta have like information, because the moment he realizes you don't have anything to offer, he's like,
yeah.
So he's like, because like he also mentioned like you can't have all this treasure, like one man cannot.
Yeah.
And that's what is the line? Is like, this treasure is too much
for any one man
to have. Just like how the
Knights Templar kept it from the king.
No, just how this country is not for one man either. And I was like, beautiful dialogue. Such
and
a powerful line.
And that comes back to that core value system of the character, right?
And then it really talks about like, this is like, the history and how important that became. And pretty cool.
And then you gotta love the dialogue between the father and son when they go on the lie together.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's Boston.
But they what I don't think would have happened is I don't think they would have slipped up on the lantern. Like that was their way of like getting Abigail to come in, and that was for like the viewers. But they wouldn't have made that mistake in that situation because first of all, they probably would have known what was real, and Ian was also a really smart guy. So in the chance that he caught them, they're fucked. That was like they're now or never. So I don't think they would have made that mistake.
Something you said that Ian being smart, kind of, it's really funny because in the beginning of the movie, when he's like, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence, Ian is, and Nicholas is like, no, you can't, obviously, I'm not going to let you steal right? And he's like, I'm going to shoot you. And then he's like, well, I'm the only one who know how the puzzle works.
Yeah.
But then the whole movie, Ian has figured out the whole puzzle as well.
Yo, right? With half the amount of clues.
Half the amount of clues.
There was, CinemaSins.
Like, you know the answer, I've got a gun.
Well, they also like were kind of trailing behind. Like they were only able to figure out the pass and stow thing because they saw the kid running in and out. Yeah. So like they had some help there, but I saw a CinemaSins video and there was like one of the sins that he gave the movie was like a flaw in the clues, and I was trying to find it this time watching, but if I remember correctly, his thought on the matter was like any single clue would have been enough to figure the rest out. And so like I was watching it this time and it didn't feel that way. Like I was really tracing one clue to the next and how would have gone back without them. I didn't feel that way, but
one clue would lead to the next clue.
Yeah. Right. But did you really need all of the like, and I think it was maybe like, did they need to actually steal the Declaration of Independence, or could they have bypassed that?
Yeah, but just put lemon.
Just gone.
Yeah, because it's only when they find out the declaration and put lemon on it, they find the coordinates. And that's what leads them to the glasses that allows them to read.
No, it's not coordinates. That's what leads them to the Silence Do Good letters. And then that leads them to the glasses.
What letters?
The remember it was a cipher, and they had to go and find the letters from that Benjamin Franklin had written. Yeah.
And then they find the glasses, and then the glasses again read off the Declaration
of Independence
to find the doom, right? Of like, this is the one that you break and get into. Yeah. Also, I wouldn't do well in that tight space going in there.
You just have to crawl through a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not good.
And then in that
tight
shaft,
spaces.
I would not have trusted the wood, brother.
Dude.
Especially if a guy just like falls right fucking through.
Yeah, I think Indiana Jones has a similar ending in one of the movies where they're on a platform and it's like the good people and the bad people are on a platform that's on a beam and they have this huge.
That's in the second National Treasure.
That's in the second one.
Yeah.
And no way, they didn't do that twice. Oh.
They did it twice. I thought the same fucking thing. I mean, it makes sense, but also, yeah.
Like, fool me once, shame on you.
So we gotta watch the second one, and I really want to hear, like, how you would compare this one up to the second one, because I remember quite enjoying the second one.
Yeah.
I know this. I like this more. It holds a higher place of nostalgia in my mind. What do you rate this? You've watched it 15 times.
This is an 8.
Yeah. Wow. Got there quick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love everything about this movie. The biggest thing I love is I never feel that I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, even though you know everything
unique.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. For a long time, I've not seen a movie. Like, I think I saw Andor, but for a movie, I think, this is, after a long time, I've seen something that, from the beginning till the end, I didn't want to look at my phone or
interesting.
anything.
I'm going to try and think of a couple movies that might hook you.
Yeah, good story, man. Good writing.
Yeah.
I want to give credit to the guy who wrote it.
Apparently he didn't do his fact checking, but that's what the other critics say.
Jim Koff is the guy who developed the story, and then Cormac and Marianne Vibberly are a couple who write these stories, and I think they do a bit of like American history, secret society kind of esque of like vibe to the stories. I love it. I love adventure. I love suspense and mystery.
Yeah, and any movie that has the semblance of being clever, feels clever, has a clever character, someone who's kind of just figuring the things out.
You're good in escape rooms.
I feel like I should be good in escape rooms, but I always get fucking hyper focused on something completely irrelevant.
Interesting.
I'm really good at like directing people in escape rooms, but then I'll get stuck on a clue and I'll be like, this has to mean something. And I'm like 10 minutes later and it's
Can
like...
you put this back?
or the escape room will run out and they'll be giving you the answers. And I'm like, but what did the book do? And he's like, nothing. Fuck. So I have that issue.
We've been like a few times with like Team Bond and stuff, and I'll always be like, dude, I gotta be on Ollie's team. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, it's like, fuck, Mike's on the otother team. Shit.
Yeah, because I really...
We should go do another escape room, though. I really wanted to for a while.
I'd be down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I was very curious on like how I would be. Because as the problems and things are going, I don't know any solutions to any of the puzzles or like, this is what they're trying to say. Because he's like, he penned iron. What is penned? What was penned iron? It was porn. And dude, I'm like, this is Oscar level acting. Not Oscar level, but like, I'm like, dude, this is what I need.
Lovely moment. I really struggle with riddles. Riddles is like a brain game that I've never been good at. I mean, I've never attempted very many, but they never captivated me. I'm much more like physical and manipulating things. So when I'm watching him do that, I'm like, yo, brother, I would have not found that treasure.
And thanks for explaining it to us. So we feel smart as well. We're like, dude, that's what I was saying.
I would have gotten there eventually. I would have thought, why is the captain protecting that barrel? Of course. I wouldn't have accidentally set off the gunpowder. Huh?
What would you rate this?
8. I like 8. I like 8. Nice. But I don't want to go higher than like 8. I want to give it an 8.5 because it's National Treasure and I like Nick Cage, and that's I'm just gonna do it because this movie holds such a lovely place in my heart. I think like there is no other movie. It is this one. It is its own, and it can't be replaced. And it's Nick Cage. And maybe it's because it's Nick Cage, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just wonderful film.
Really, I think there needs to be some documentary talking about the cultural impact Nick Cage has had on Hollywood.
Cool, I like that.
Right, somebody needs to like Netflix. Come on, do your thing. Make a documentary on why.
Fuck Netflix.
We need. Yeah.
Not as a whole. How long until you watch it again?
I'll probably watch the second one first before watching this again.
I'm gonna watch that like.
Yeah, I think I might do that too. I'll probably find a night when I'm struggling to sleep and then be like, okay,
turn on,
this is a movie, and then I'll be like awake for the next 2 hours.
Not a good idea.
I'll be like, okay, I'm going to sleep now. Dude, we gotta do some movies that came out last year. I'm pretty intrigued. I saw a few of them.
Yeah.
I saw Sinners.
Yeah.
there's an interesting movie. It's got like 16 nominations at the.
Bothers me.
It really, yeah, it doesn't bother me.
I'd be happy to yell about Sinners for an hour.
Yeah, dude, we should look into doing Sinners. But it doesn't bother me, but it really just makes me, like, question the whole structure of these awards that they have. And because it's nice, these are all stars. They're hardworking people. Maybe their life is different and they are better, but not all of them, and not everybody started off just being like, yeah, I was like a rich millionaire since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see them outside of being an actor to just be here and celebrate it at night. But then you look at like the movie that is coming and winning the award, and it's like, okay, so who what's the system?
Who
like
paid who?
Yeah, who's the one who's like deciding who's voting, how many people are voting, who gets decided? Because I think art is one of the few difficult things to judge. And I mean, that's kind of what we're also doing.
Go on.
Right? I do often struggle with like finding that line of like, okay, like this is my opinion of the film that we just saw, but also this is somebody who's worked and put in energy to make this, right? But I think, yeah, it's like, everybody should have space for their opinions. So,
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like when going into a film, just like when we did Little Things, Pretty Things.
Poor Things.
Poor Things, yeah. But my opinion is really all I have, right? I've never worked in the industry. I've never studied film in an academic setting. There's very little I know that goes about what goes into the production and how things work. And so really all I have is my opinion. And so when it goes into providing actual commentary, like say, for example, we sit down and do a thing of, Sinners. I remember watching Sinners being like, at the end of it, what the fuck, how did they fuck up that movie so bad? And then a year later, it has more Oscar nominations than Oscars. More Oscar nominations than any film in history. It's like, how? Right? So either it's completely fucking rigged or there's something I'm missing. Probably a little bit of both. I lost a lot of faith in it right around the time Leonardo DiCaprio didn't get the Oscar for, I'm pretty sure it was Wolf of Wall Street. He lost to, do you remember who?
No, I don't remember who it was. I think it was like, he didn't get it for Wolf of Wall Street. He didn't get it for Inception. Then he ended up getting it for Revenant. And I was like, it's not a bad movie by any means, but comparatively, terrible movie from his other projects. And
especially the other ones that were around that year. Yeah. Right? And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was pretty much it.
But yeah, and then like watching, so the other thing I thought was like, for a movie like Sinners, which I thought in the end, like the ending ruined it, to get as many Oscar nominations that it did, I think that says a lot more about the other movies that were made this year.
Oh, yeah.
And because, what is it, like 70% of the films that were released in the last year were franchise films or sequels to prior movies. So they're just not really investing into well-made movies anymore. It's a shame.
So, two strong takes. The first one, 2025, out of all the movies I saw, Superman was my favorite.
I enjoyed it. It wasn't a very good movie.
It was the only movie I felt like really positive throughout and kind of felt like this is what as society we needed. And
Salen hated it.
Sahil hates the new Superman too. So we often like talk. I love Henry Cavill as well. Yeah. He's like, dude, he's Superman.
Have you seen Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, dude, he's. Dude, fuck Henry Cavill. Dude, you're getting jacked.
Working out,
man. Dude, it helps. When we were at the gym day before, dude, like, fuck, looking good, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, feels good.
Fucking
feels
sick.
Good.
Yeah, it kind of like motivated me. Like, dude, I want to get jacked too. Yeah, this year, man.
Start going. I mean, when you were working out, you would show up. I wouldn't see you for bits at a time. I was like, bro's looking fucking.
So this year I'm gonna watch movies and work
Work out?
Yeah, that's my new thing now. I put on a movie and then get on the treadmill and lift weights.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Sometimes listening to a movie is like a, what do you call it? An audiobook.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You can try I do a lot of podcasts.
Podcasts.
Podcasts are good. Interesting. I never thought about listening to a movie.
Yeah.
It's not adapted for solely audio. Like do an actual audio book. Watch the movie. You know what I mean? Unless it's National Treasure and you've seen it 15 times. Right, Robot. All right, so we let's look into 2025 movies. I'm down.
Yeah, I wanna.
And if nothing else, watch a Nick Cage movie.
Dude, I'd be so down. You haven't seen Face Off.
No, I haven't.
If we will toss a coin. We'll figure it out.
Have you seen Knowing?
Knowing?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, but
No.
it's a Nick Cage movie.
Yeah.
Where his there was a girl who put. Speaking of time capsules, she like put all these weird fucking dates in a box, and
Yeah.
they were just like significant dates where a ton of people die, and it like predicts the end of the world.
Oh.
It's a Nick Cage movie. You haven't seen
No.
that? Oh, brother,
Dude.
I love this movie. It's
No.
totally worth a watch. Yeah, watch
Okay.
it. Watch it. Yeah.
Check it out.
So yeah, we'll do that.
Cool. Sick. You have anything to?
No,
before we
I'm
wrap
good.
up?
Until next time.
Cool. Sick, man. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Bye.
Deuces.
Deuces.